Here are the three secrets on how Atlanta can actually beat Buffalo a week from Monday on primetime football. Now, the way they can do that is actually with Kyle Pitts. See, Kyle Pitts presents a big mismatch, and he is actually a top 5 tight end in the league right now. So one thing that Buffalo struggles with, because they don't struggle with much, is defending short to middle intermediate throws. And so what you got to do is you got to confuse them with misdirection. They struggle with lateral mobile quarterbacks or games where they have misdirection. So what they want to do is use BIJAN Robinson and Tyler Algier to create the play action passing. But instead of these deep ball throws that are somewhat dangerous to opposing teams, you're going to go with Kyle Pitts instead, because he presents a giant mismatch with Buffalo. See, Buffalo has a fast defense, but they're very light in their secondary, meaning they can get beat up over the course of the game because they are smaller, lighter players. So if you play a physical, branded style of football, meaning if you use Tyler Algier's big body to beat up this secondary, if you use Bijan Robinson to exhaust the secondary, and you use misdirection, this is going to set up Kyle Pitts for maybe a record-breaking game. And probably one of the biggest surprises in Week 6 is going to be Atlanta upsetting Buffalo. Now, Buffalo does have Josh Allen, so let's focus on what Josh Allen's weaknesses is. He gets confused when you mix up cover 2, cover 3, and man. So if you're wondering, what exactly does that mean when you mix up looks? Well, it's sort of the defensive version of using a zone run scheme. When you use play action passing, you're not letting the defense know whether you're using a run play or a pass play. Well, when you mix up cover 2, cover 3, and man, that's sort of the defensive version of confusing the offense. It's almost like play action, but for the defense. So what you want to do is you want to set up Jesse Bates for a huge interception, because if the data doesn't lie, if they confuse Josh Allen and he throws into dangerous situations because he doesn't know what the coverage is, Jesse Bates III is probably going to have one of the biggest games. So those are two of the biggest secrets: Kyle Pitts on offense and Jesse Bates III on defense. Now, the third biggest secret, this is really the bread and butter of how Atlanta is going to beat Buffalo and surprise everybody, is they are going to have 300 yards combined rushing. Yes, Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier are each going to have about 150 yards rushing. And then Michael PENIX Jr., I'm guessing 2 or 3 huge, deep downfield plays that are going to surprise everybody for a victory on